Niger Innes and Trump 2020 National Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany. Good to have you guys both here. Niger, Medicare for all, is that ever a winning issue? I mean, and don't forget, it's been tried and tried before.
Well, it's a winning issue with the wildly left-wing base of the Democrat Party. I find it so ironic that you just had a segment on Venezuela, because that's exactly where Ocasio-Cortez and many within the base of the Democratic Party want to take us, essentially, ideologically speaking. And
she should go visit. You know, maybe
she should go visit.
Spend some time down there seeing how all those free stuff policies played out in Venezuela over a 20-year time period. I agree with you, but you know, Kayleigh, what also strikes me pretty interesting is that this is a woman who really is trying to dictate now who gets to run. If you don't subscribe to her set of beliefs, then how dare you run for president in 2020? I mean, this is a newcomer.
That's right. Welcome Speaker Ocasio-Cortez, because that's essentially what she is. She dictates the rules of the Democrat Party. All this pressure on Nancy Pelosi comes from her fringe portion that is increasingly dominating this party, and her coveted endorsement. I mean, everyone in that primary field wants the coveted Ocasio-Cortez endorsement. So socialism's the order of the day, radicalism, and Speaker Ocasio-Cortez, man, if she dismisses you, Delaney, I didn't know if he could sink further in the polls, but perhaps he will.
Well, listen, you know what? I give him some credit, because it would be nice to see a little honesty in this whole process, right? But it seems as though historically in politics, and most recently, you've seen a desire to sort of appease the wing of the party that means whatever, like that has that sort of hold on the rest of the base. And one of the things I'm going to give Donald Trump a lot of credit for that he did in 2016 was that he wasn't beholden to anyone. He didn't apologize for who he was, and he went out there and said, okay, you know, this is how I feel. And by the way, a lot of his policies were in some ways more aligned with Democrats than actually the Republican Party. So you saw a huge conservative backlash against him. But he was his own person, Niger, and that's what's missing today in politics among some of these others.
It's a word called authenticity. And people like Delaney and the former governor of Colorado were both viciously booed at this California State Convention, because they actually had a moment of authenticity and political pragmatism, which, of course, you need to use when you want to win a general election. But it seems like the Democratic Party is now in a process, and I've got my popcorn out. I've got my soda ready for these debates, because it's going to be.
I don't think it's going to be that exciting.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be a circus.
There's only so much sort of like socialism rhetoric I think I can take on any given night. And you know what? I'm covering Venezuela almost every night, so I've had my fill. Let me get to another story that we're following. Actress Bette Midler under fire for sharing a fake quote from the president saying that GOP voters were the dumbest, that's quote, dumbest voters in the country. She hasn't taken it back. Perhaps that's what she thinks. Have you noticed it's become sort of commonplace, Kayleigh, to just assume that anybody who disagrees with the left must be somehow dumb?
Yeah, that's what they do. They marginalize vast swaths of the country. And it's not just now, here and now. President Obama did it, saying that Republicans cling to their guns and religion and antipathy. And then Hillary Clinton did it. We're all deplorables. And then Peter Strzok did it. You got to go to Walmart to smell the Trump supporters. And now here you go with Bette Midler. You know, when will they wake up and realize insulting half of the country is likely not the best way to put Democrats back on top? But I guess have at it, because we in MAGA country are very happy with where we stand, who we support, and the more the left marginalizes us, the more we turn up to vote.
Good to see you guys. Niger, Kayleigh, thank you so much.